extract from a fairly long piece that I believe that James sent to James Wilkes. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, possibly. I'm not sure it was ever titled either. Ant poem, or An Ant, okay. It's actually about lots of ants. And it's quite long, so we won't read the whole of it by any means, but it's a poem which kind of explores the structure and workings of an ant colony. And it has an epigraph. It has a couple of epigraphs actually. One from Julia Kristeva, which goes, "First myth and then science seek to justify the prohibition of jouissance through language by elaborating a complex system of relations and mediations, even though the very fact the latter are produced, vary and change refutes their claim that language prohibits jouissance." And a kind of secondary epigraph from Vladimir Klebnikov: "Will reform all alphabets, wiping out unwanted letters." And it has a mathematical formula which I'm incapable of. That one now.
Little r big B minus r of C is more than 0.
And then just a little bit here, separate, and then square brackets, adjective, letters. Big B, number of the offspring of others that an individual will want to help to raise. Small r, relatedness to their own offspring. R, what was that again?
I don't know.
Oh, R with an apostrophe above it. R prime. R prime, okay. Relatedness to the other's offspring. And big C, number of their own offspring they won't be able to produce raising others. Together is greater than 0 in their inheritance. With large letter B, offspring help each other and their mother raise her young, their siblings. With strong altruism, large letter B, their inheritance is up to all individuals of their population. Working together, an ant's nest. So just a little bit from this, starting about halfway through. Big B is the number of offspring of others that individual will want to help to raise. R prime is relatedness to others' offspring, a female larva, cared for by colony members. To become queen, to become major worker, also called soldier, to become minor worker, will begin the same as egg. Large larva entering her pupation grows body parts disproportionate to each other, specialized to task of being queen or soldier, keeps it for life. Small larva entering her pupation grows body parts more in proportioned number of different roles throughout life. Queen's exquisite, adventurous sexual flight, then giving birth to others. Soldiers seeing to death and destruction, negation and liberation from control from outside. Workers' production, small assurances of making to set up life, set to counter death. Small r is relatedness to nests, offspring.
R is relatedness to his own offspring, a male ant among 50, flying, hovering in a swarm, its diameter up to 6 feet, each individual for himself, facing into wind, above farmyard clearing in juniper wood, roughly held circular, hovering together, centre 5 or 6 feet above ground. R is relatedness to her own offspring, a female ant, among 4 others flying with intent, each individual for herself, enters slowly, circles through the swarm, is less than 5 minutes. She is mounted by a male. Male and female drop together to the ground. Landed on the ground. The male ant inserts his penis. The female ant walks slowly, carrying him around, taking about half a minute. After 1 or 2 minutes, inseminated queen, doubling up, pushes male off her with her head. R is relatedness to their own offspring.
R is relatedness to their own offspring. And inseminated queen, hold up, living off fat reserves, disused wing muscles, lays first eggs, become her nantics. Each individual, indispensable, very small, unspecialized helpers get colonies started. Mature colony, surrounded by hostile colonies, experiencing shortage in soldiers, increases their numbers at expense to some degree of their huge body size. Nantics took care of everything until enough ants they could specialize to become subcaste to one caste or another. Nantics not needed. Big B is the number of offspring that individual will want to help to raise for others.